My name is Shreya Jayan Parve. I am from first year BAMS, and my topic for today is water intake in health. Planet Earth, as we all know, is the planet on which we coexist with the other fellow organisms. As a matter of fact, we all know that our planet is made up of 71% of water and 29% of land mass. Another thing we know as a matter of fact is that almost every organism, which is categorized to be as a living organism, needs water for its survival. Water is defined as clear, transparent, colorless, odorless, tasteless liquid. Life first evolved in water, and thus it is essential for us to maintain many life forms. It is an excellent solvent for many substances. Organisms have evolved over the years, but have not evolved enough to live without water. When we talk about water intake and health, there are certain questions that are needed to be answered. First one of them is, what is hydration? Being hydrated simply means is to maintain sufficient levels of water in your body. Secondly, we need to know what is dehydration. Dehydration occurs when you use up or lose more fluids than you take in, and your body doesn't have enough water and other fluids to carry out normal functions. So dehydration can affect consciousness, can induce speech incoherence, extreme weakness, hypotonia, hypotension, and tachycardia. We need to know that our body is made up of 60% of water. Water is required not only for drinking but also for sustenance of life, and it possesses the capability of healing many of the physiological and psychological ailments. Ayurveda classics have taken various aspects of water into consideration. That are importance of water, relation of water intake and food, water consumption according to seasons, therapeutic uses of water, indication and contraindications of water, various methods of water purification, advocates optimal and judicious usage of water and maintenance of health. All these are the points that are considered when we talk about water intake in our project. Water, which is also known as APAS, is said to be having the following properties. It is said to be cool, pure, shiver, tasteless, vimal and light. It's like a nectar or amrita, like giving nourishment to the body. It is wholesome in all conditions. But according to Ashtanga chapter 5, Sutrasthana, which deals with the knowledge of liquid, claims that the purest form of water is said to be antariksha, or water from the clouds, or the rainwater. Though nowadays the rainwater would not have the best qualities as found in the earlier days because of pollution, it is described to be as the following properties. When the purest form of water falls on earth and gets exposed to sunlight, moonlight, and air, its properties undergo several changes that greatly depend on the location of water resources and the season during which it is collected. These type of waters are very important for the human health, as stated in the ancient texts. Now let us see what are the different methodologies of water consumption. The first one is quantity of water intake. Water in less or excess amount is harmful for health. Hence, it should be consumed in optimum quantity for maintaining the body's physiological activities. Water should be consumed judiciously in appropriate quantity, that then only it acts like amrita, or otherwise it acts like a poison. The whole concept of 8 glasses of water a day is not true as per Ayurveda. Ayurveda explains that even a healthy person should not take water in excess amount. A multi-institute study led by Monash University has revealed for the first time that the mechanism that regulates fluid intake in human body and stops us from over drinking, which can potentially cause fatal water intoxication. The study challenges the popular idea of drinking 8 glasses of water a day. Different people are advised different quantity of and type of water depending on their health condition and various other factors. Hence, less quantity of water intake is prescribed for people suffering from alpagni, which is diminution of agni or digestive power, pandu, anemia, udar rog, ascites, atisar, diarrhea, arsha, hemorrhoids, grahani, disorders of GI tract, gulma, lump, or shotha, edema, or inflammation. Another methodology that affects water consumption is change in the water intake due to seasonal changes. As it is commonly known that water consumption is advised to be more in seasons of autumn and summer. There is other seasons, even a healthy person is advised to take a limited quantity of water. Now let us take into consideration the relation between intake of water and intake of food. So there are 3 points to be considered: the drinking of water before meal, drinking of water during a meal, and drinking of water after the meal. So drinking of water before a meal. It is said that drinking water before meal makes a person leaner. So how is it possible? The reason is that when you drink water just before meal, the digestive fire, which is known to be the agni, it gets slower or becomes mandagni, where you will not be able to eat food properly as there is a feeling of fullness and loss of appetite, and this would lead to emaciation or weight loss. Now, what happens when you drink water during a meal? Drinking water during a meal leads to a person being neither too fat nor too thin. Now, how is it possible? It is ideal to drink water between meals since it helps a person to disintegrate food into many tiny parts and aiding easy digestion and assimilation. Drinking water intermittently along with the food gives the strength to the body and result in maintenance of weight and health. Lastly, let us know about drinking water after meal. Drinking of water after a meal would lead to a person being obese. How can a person get fat if he drinks water after a meal? At the initial stage of digestion, the predominant dosha is kapha. Drinking water further increases the kapha, which leads to an errant assimilation of food and nutrients in the body and making your body obese. You might have observed people following another methodology of drinking water in the morning. Like there are two sides to the coin. Here too, there are various conditions in which drinking water in the morning works beneficially and vice versa, both. One side to this is that it helps in vayasthapana, means it prevents effects of aging in certain types of individuals. Other side is that this practice is not advised to people who have problems of acidity and ulceration because this can promote the ulceration or acidity in that person and will not benefit his or her health. As we have discussed earlier, different types of water can also have beneficial or hazardous effects on human health. So let us speak about the effects of hot water versus cold water. According to ancient texts, cold water is used in case of treating Madatyaya, Chaudi, Klama, Bhuama, Trishna, Daha, Pittaj Vikar, Visha, and Pittaja Mutra. Speaking of the hot water or Ushna water, based on the quality to be reduced after boiling, as explained in text. It is used in case of Navajvara, Pinasa, Vittaj, Pratishay, Hika, Shwas, Kasa, Staulya, Galarog, Anaha, Trishna, and it is also used after and during Panchakarma. Drinking water that is first boiled and then cooled has properties like Anavishandi, Laghu, which is easily digestible, advised in Pitta dosh related problems, and if kept overnight, it vitiates the three dosha. Let us discuss about Aushadhiya Pani or medicated water. Various medicated water are explained in the context of treatment of various diseases. The components of these medicated water could vary depending on the season and the prakriti of the patient. Now, the most important question that arises is that when to and when not to drink water. Condition 1. Ayurveda says that it is not desirable to drink water before the digestion of water of another locality is completed. Condition 2. Drinking boiled water before the digestion of unboiled water is also contraindicated. And condition 3 is that cold water should not be drunk before the digestion of hot water. It is very important to take into consideration the type, purification method, and health benefits of water. Let us look at the type first. According to ancient texts, 8 types of territorial water is classified. For example, deep water, natural lake water, artificial lake water, water collected in pits of rocks, waterfalls, water from natural springs, water from well which steps around, and river. Out of these, deep water, which is found in wells, is considered to be regenerative. Deep well water consists of minerals and herbs, which gives medicinal effect to the water. This water is said to be best for human health. It provides many health factors which are normally not provided to the human body, and it is important to see whether this type of water is polluted by any factor or not in these days, because the seeping of the fertilizers into the ground would lead to pollution of this water, and this would not be appropriate for intake. Coming across the methods of purification of water, all these methods are advised in the ancient texts. These methods might not be as applicable as they were in those days, but yes, their effects still prevail. For example, filtration by thick cloth, processing with katak or strychnos potatorum by Gomedak, Bisgranthis, Mukta Pearl, potassium alum or turti. And as mentioned by Sushruta, by mixing of water with the ashes of certain medicines, there are many other processes which can be used for filtration or purification of water. Health benefiting waters. It is advocated that water should be stored in containers of copper and glass and mud. Storing water in mud pot or copper vessels gives it a cooling effect to aid digestion. It is advised that boiling water with cumin seeds is beneficial. In case of urinary infections, water boiled with barley is beneficial. In case of vomiting and diarrhea, water with puffed rice is beneficial. There are various other types which are also used in various health treatments or other cases. All these factors benefit depending on person to person. Concluding this assignment, we come to know that water proved to be necessary for sustaining life forms. Ayurveda focuses on proper utilizing of water according to the properties, time, season, quality required depending on the health conditions and diseases of the patient. Hot water has been preferred by all scholars to be consumed as is stated as most wholesome to living beings. Ayurveda emphasizes on internal usage of water for curing ailments contemporary to other sciences like naturopathy and hydropathy. However, both work on the principles of Panchamahabhuta. Looking at the future prospects for the effect of water intake and health, the traditional wisdom of Ayurveda about water consumption may be utilized in the present era by bringing into practice at community level as a public health initiative after conducting appropriate and rigorous scientific revalidations. Here we come to the end of this assignment, and these are some references that I took into consideration and studied in order to make this assignment. I would also like to thank Padarth Vignan ma'am for her guidance and in completing this assignment. Thank you.